Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us for On the Reel session live here at Uncle Fester's today. We like to call this portion of the Reel sessions The Show Must Go Online, where we sit and review the past seasons and also the current season that we're in, which is season 3. But before we get started, I want to make sure that I give a shout out to all of our YouTube subscribers and all of the people who subscribe to us on Patreon. Make sure you go to patreon.com/onthemarkstudio.
M-A-R-C.
M-A-R-C, that's right. And go subscribe for us. And even if it's $5 a month, it really helps us continue to shine light on local talent here in Columbia and also throughout the region. Once again, thanks for joining us, and let's dive right in.
Ah, man, yeah. No, you brought it up. Local talent, man. Like, just to give everybody kind of heads up, we're gonna condense this episode a little bit today because with these episodes of The Show Must Go Online, we're gonna start to bring you something a little bit different over the next few episodes of these little inserts that we do for the On the Reel. We've got some great interviews coming up with some local folks who also support the music scene or work on the periphery. Maybe they themselves are musicians, but they also do other things in conjunction with it. We're going to be interviewing Brent Lundy and the folks over at WXRY Discovery.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
gonna be
Me
cool.
too. We did a little exchange work, so you'll hear us on there as well. So make sure you guys tune in for that. I think it's April 17th.
Yeah,
so,
April 17th.
Tune in to WXRY 8 p.m. on April 17th. Check that out. A lot of great things coming up there. And then we're going to try to interview some other folks around the scene as well. We've got a couple folks in the pocket. I don't want to give everybody out yet in case schedules change and stuff like that. So we just want to be prepared. But, man, we've had so many incredible artists on already this season.
Right. Yeah.
And I'm so excited because we've got so many more, too. A couple of folks were ones that I wanted to have on the last couple of seasons, but, you know, there's only so many episodes that we can do because this is all we're all doing this production, you know, to say there's no we don't have a grant, we don't have any extra money or anything like that. This is coming out of our pockets to do these things and to bring these to you guys. And we really want to show our support to the local musicians and the incredible talent here and around Columbia and beyond. We've got some folks coming from outside of the Columbia area. We've already had some folks from outside of South Carolina. Last season, we had Rain Atkinson on here.
That's right.
We've had some folks up from Charleston and stuff like that. And I've got some folks coming from some different places to come in for this one as well. So we've got one who just moved out of Austin who's going to be coming up. He's moving up to Asheville, so you'll be able to see him a lot more.
And
But
my good friend Ben Ballmer.
yeah, Ben Ballmer. Looking forward to that one, man.
Started my career on stage with Ben Ballmer.
I had a great conversation with him a couple weeks ago because we were talking about that. I finally got on the phone with him.
Did he tell you about the story?
No, which one? I don't know. Uh-oh.
Yeah, okay. So the reason why I can't drink Fireball to this day.
Oh, man.
So this is going to be a little nugget. Obviously, we're getting off course here. But so my very first night as a gigging drummer was down in Key West.
Mhm.
I literally just arrived to the band house where there's like 16 people. Everybody was gone. It was just like me. So I didn't meet anybody. The first time I met anybody was when I showed up to the gig at Hog's Breath, in which I was playing for Ben Ballmer. And so this is the first time I'm meeting all these people, and you're in this band house, you're living with them for weeks on end, right?
Yeah.
And so this blonde lady comes up to me and she's like, "Hey, baby, you wanna drink?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, I'll have a whiskey." And she's like, all right, cool. So she comes back with a solo glass full of Fireball. And I was a dummy. Because I wasn't really drinking then. I was a dummy and thought it was a beer.
How old are you back then, though? That's a good question.
I
too.
was 24.
So, okay, you'd been old enough to drink for a while, but still.
Yeah. So, but I wasn't just drinking in general like that. But anyway, so I thought it was a beer and chugged it. And so now skip ahead to 45 minutes into the show with people I've never met before, that I've never played with, and I'm listening and playing these songs on the fly.
Yeah.
I am blackout drunk.
Oh, man.
And I wake up like on the other end of the island the next morning, and they all left me. My drums were still set up. Like,
At the bar?
At the bar, yeah.
Wow.
And so when I finally made it back to the band house, I was like pretty much excommunicated for like a week or two.
No love for the drummers, though, man.
No,
Like,
that's
listen,
because I screwed up the show.
well, I mean that's fair, but like,
it was
man,
bad.
I think of all the shows that I've been on the road with you with like the full band and everything like that, and the drummer's usually like one of the first people to get there, set up, and by the time he's breaking everything down, he's solo most of the time, setting up, breaking down everything. I mean. There's no expectation from the drummer, but there's also no expectation to the drummer most of the time that I've seen, at least from an outside perspective.
So, for a full circle, here we are, many years later, and Ben and I have stayed in touch, and we became friends because we were not friends at that moment, and now we are, so that's great.
No,
and,
it's great because, like, I think about the first time that I met you and some other associates and stuff in the past, and, like, one of the first songs that I heard was a cover of Ben Balmer's song, and I was telling him about it, and I'm like, man, and we were talking, and it's like, I feel like I've known him for like the past 4 years now, and I've never met this guy yet.
Yeah.
So we had like a good 45-minute phone call.
He's
we were
one of
talking
the
about
coolest
things.
people, man.
Super excited to get him on the show. Super excited to see him here in Columbia.
And not only that, seriously, for him to be a part of this scene now is a huge step forward because. Not saying we don't have good songwriters now.
Yeah.
Ben being an additive to that circle is massive because Ben is one of the most incredible songwriters I've met.
I mean, just hands down, I was like, that first song that's what pulled me in. I'm not gonna I'm like, that song is a big factor in where we're at now. You could actually almost say that because like hearing that song get played was one of the things that kind of perked my ears up and made me turn and was like, okay. All right.
Yeah. Ben, anyways, long story long. Ben Balmer's the shit.
Yeah. No.
And this is our show, so I can cuss a little bit.
We get a little in here right now.
Yeah. Whatever.
But again, so many great folks coming up. I've got just after this episode, we've got Lang Owen. We're gonna be airing his stuff.
I like Lang.
Lang is great, man.
What a chill dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Seriously.
And then Shelby Ray.
Cool.
Oh my God.
She's got a voice like an angel.
Knocked my socks off when she came in.
It's
mean,
insane.
And just her rehearsing through it, I was like, this is wild, man.
Yeah, no, she's literally
fantastic.
right there on the cusp of something pretty big.
And then
it's exciting to watch.
And then the one that I've been so looking forward to, and we're gonna have them on as well this season, is the Run Out.
Oh, cool.
Which is, I mean, I've talked about this already on some.
We've
of these
talked about it too, but I like it. I'm
Yeah,
acting surprised from the camera.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, cool.
Yeah.
Surprise.
But no, seriously, like, I mean, we already had like most of their band has been on the show individually.
That's right. Yeah.
So I'm so excited to have them all in together. So Jeff Gregory, Chris Compton, Moses, the whole crew that's going to be a part of this.
I'm excited for that show.
I'm very excited about that one.
And so we're going to be showing some clips during this.
Yeah, so what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of keep it simple at this point. We're going to show you guys some clips of the last few episodes, as we would normally do for an episode of the show Must Go Online, where we take the last 4 or 5 episodes and we just give you the highlights of, like, we're going to give you one of our favorite songs from their set list. And then we're also going to go back a little bit further for this one and give you guys some highlights for some people that maybe we didn't get to give enough love to in season 2 and all the way back to even into season 1. And who knows, maybe we'll get like a little throwback Easter egg to like Curfew Curtain Call. You know,
oh my God. Oh my.
Yeah. So
those were horrible. Horrible.
If the picture goes, it's not frozen on your end. That's just with a video clip.
Yeah.
I will probably won't add any of those now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so.
No, those were interesting days, but man, it was the birth of something. You hit on something a little earlier that I kind of wanted to talk about. You were talking about, we are essentially paying to do this, and what's great about your support and watching and subscribing to Patreon is we were having a conversation before we hit record on this camera, and our vision's there, and our vision for the show is there, and where we want to take it. And unfortunately, we are limited by the equipment that we have, and so
and the skills. I'll say that out there too, man. The skills, like we've had those interns in the last few weeks, and we're working on some other things right now. Like we have a TikTok up now. We've got some video and content that's going to be coming to that very shortly. I've got some of our younger crew kind of working on that right now, but. even our skills have been limited, but we've been learning a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
And we really want to take this to like the next level, you know, show wise, production wise, and you know, with your support and your sharing of the videos, watching on YouTube, subscribing on YouTube, that's a huge thing for us. We are doing all original content, completely and solely, and highlighting incredible acts that we've met and are currently meeting throughout the Southeast.
Yeah.
So pretty much what I'm stressing is, even if you don't. Even if you don't become a Patreon subscriber, just just you liking our stuff
Hit
and
that
sharing,
subscribe button.
hit that subscribe and sharing. It literally costs you nothing to do,
Yeah.
but it means everything to us. So we appreciate that.
And not just us, but also the musicians that we bring on
That's
and
right.
everything like that. Because I mean, we're trying to give that presentation. You know, there's an individual, and I'll say his name. I love what he's doing. Carlin Thompson over at New Brooklyn Tavern has said this on multiple posts to a lot of different artists, because they're booking a lot of folks. I've looked at their schedule this season. New Brooklyn Tavern has built an incredible schedule of music. A lot of original local stuff, regional, and bringing in some of those national acts and support with it. And I find a lot of what they're doing really admirable over there. And Carlin has been putting in a lot of work for that. And one of the things he'll tell a lot of these artists, like, I need you to have some sort of content to where I can like showcase this, because they'll have bands come in from national or regional acts, and they're like, we need supporting acts, but they won't bring anybody on unless they can see some video and some content.
We're in the show me business.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like it absolutely is. And like if you can't build a resume as a musician without some of your audio, without some of your visual content on there. And that's kind of what we're trying to do here. Is like we grow this music scene here by having and showcasing all of these artists and some of the talent that exists right here in this region, and just having that there for them. So please, even if you just watch this video, great, but go back and check out some of the other episodes that we have as well, some of the other artists that we've had on. I mean, just Jeff Gregory, Chris Compton, Marshall Brown, Reggie Sullivan, Prettier Than Matt, Tyler Watson. We just had him on. I mean, just so many incredible artists. Please go back and check out some of these guys. And we finally brought one back, too. That was a big one, too. We brought Brooks Herring back, and, man, what a show.
Yeah.
I thought that was some of his best content in terms of solo performance that I've ever seen. And I really enjoyed it. And that's not that he's
also
just absolutely incredible.
I mean, there was a year separating those videos, and he's grown
so much
drastically in a year.
So much.
Yeah, I can't speak enough volume of Brooks, man. He's crazy. So what's the first clip that we're gonna be showing?
So the first clip that we're gonna show, I think we're gonna show the one that started it off. I'm gonna give you guys a little taste of the incredible Richard Hurteau. Ladies and gentlemen, Richard Hurteau.
Yeah, this one's called All I Deserve. I wrote this last summer. It's on a new album that I just put out. That's on Apple Music, Spotify, anywhere you stream, called Heidelberg. This is the one of the ones on it. It's a love song. Paint your waters high and dark, and paint your mountains fine. But when you paint your eyes, make sure that you can dream. And when you paint your house, well, paint your columns green. And make sure that you leave a place that stays undisturbed for me. 'Cause all that I and all that I can think is just a piece to take part. It's just a chance in at your heart. 'Cause that is all I stand to deserve. 'Cause that is all I stand to deserve. So when the sides do wither and the nail begins to sink, I'll be standing ready there to hold up the piece. And as some colors fade in the story of our life, I'll see you standing there like a never-ending light. 'Cause all that I want and all that I can think is just a piece to take part. It's just a chance in at your heart. 'Cause that is all I stand to deserve. 'Cause that is all I stand to deserve. And the days sure are numbered, and the clock is growing dim, and there ain't much for me to say other than thank you. Thank you for letting me in. That was called All I Deserve.
I don't know if you still have even had a chance to meet Richard yet, man.
No,
but
I
that
haven't.
was absolutely incredible.
He's on point.
Yeah, he is. He's young and he's eager and he's got so much raw talent at this point. It's just I'm so excited to see where he goes and where he grows.
His guitar playing is stupid.
Yeah,
Let's talk about that. Like
Yeah.
his acoustic guitar playing is incredible. Like he really is good.
yeah.
And, like,
It's the
fun
vocals
to
more
watch.
than anything for
Well,
me.
well, of course.
yeah,
I'm not
like,
diminishing his vocals at
oh
all,
my
but
God, like all around, like for being 20 years old and already at that level, it's like I'm like amazed because I think of some other folks that I feel like kind of hit some similar levels to that, or or a little bit beyond that, but then the years that are between
Yeah.
the two of them is
Yeah.
like, whew. I'm like, if he can get to where they're at within the next couple of years, I mean, the sky's the limit for this
stage
kid.
hours.
Yeah, no.
I always preach that stage hours.
Listen,
You want to do this, you need to be on stage.
10,000 hours to become a master. or
10,000
something.
hours.
That's even at 8 hours a day, you're talking 10, 20 years.
So gotta put those hours in.
Absolutely.
So on to the next clip.
On to the next one. So this next one, we started pretty quickly into the band thing, and ladies and gentlemen, we've got the incredible Opus and the Frequencies.
I'm afraid it's been so long. Haven't seen the letters, haven't heard the phone. Hope you're doing okay. You used to go with me, used to dance to the side of trees, to the circumstance. I missed you every day. When I was up, we can talk it through. Put all my inhibitions, yeah. Show me signs that I never knew. Love me home with no conditions, yeah. You said you love me, now I know it's no lie, yeah. 'Cause had I known, never would have told you goodbye. I would know what you better keep on. Energy can be broken. Would just be yourself, make your own melody, write your song. May you be ever young, 'cause you never see the real me better days. Mr. Grin on that pretty face, why'd you have to leave? Never was a race. Oh, lost yourself in the breeze. Long wizard been talking through, quiet all my inhibitions. Show me signs that I never knew, love me over no conditions. You said you love me, now I know it's a lie. 'Cause I know never would have told you goodbye. I'm loving that I keep on. Energy can be movable. Would just be yourself, make your own melody, write your song. May you be ever young, 'cause you never see me better days. Won't you take all these chains and set me free? For your sake, for your gain, release me, please. Yeah. Won't you take all these chains and set me free? For your sake, for your gain, release me, please. Yeah. I'm moving ready on. Energy can be warped and broken. Would just be yourself, make your own melody, write your song. Yeah, may you be ever young, 'cause you never see the little me better days. Yeah.
Man, the first time I ever saw Opus in the Frequencies was like, it was a couple years ago when I first moved into the scene.
Yeah.
And to see where they've come.
It's more than a couple. It's been a few years now.
Yeah, it has. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm dating myself.
2020. Well, 2020 throws everybody off because it's like it doesn't count
It's
almost.
a leap year.
It's like it's a whole leap year.
It's a whole leap
Yeah,
year.
no, but like I was talking about that with them, and like I think about like when I first started like working in the scene and doing like the open mics and stuff like that. Like I met Tony. I was gonna say Opus, but I met Tony. I can't remember. It may have been White Mule, but I think I might have actually met him at like one of the other spots too. So I might have seen him over at like Foxfield or one of the others. But I definitely know like as a band, the Frequencies, it was White Mule and it was the open mic that I was doing with Matt Buck. So it was kind of interesting. And we talked about that in our interview to come full circle with him and with them because like in the very beginning they asked about like doing because I think we had like. When we first started the show, they were asking about doing that.
Yeah.
They were asking about coming out to Uncle Fester's and stuff like that. And again, with both of these forums, like we're focused a lot on the original music side of the house. And like we told them straight from the beginning that like we need original content.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are 2.5, 3 years later, and they're putting on an incredible show. They've released their first single. They've got so much, again, potential to grow and just really evolve. And they've done an incredible job, and in even the short amount of time that they've been doing this. So I applaud Tony, Kent, all you guys, man.
Seriously,
Yeah, absolutely incredible.
I will always be able to say that I had the pleasure in playing on stage.
That's
with him.
right, you did. I remember heading over to the little spot where they were at too, and
He called me up and he said, "I'm looking for the worst electric guitar player that I can find." I said, "I got your guy."
Well, they found the right one this time.
I was the guy.
So, yeah, no. But yeah, so okay, so this next one, this is home team right here, and I say that because we're open about it. Like let's be clear, like we're more
It's
than
an open
just
relationship.
And that's not what I mean, and you know that. This is not a Will and Jada thing.
Oh,
too soon?
too soon.
Sorry.
And cut.
Cut. I won't cut that at all. But anyways, no, we're very open about like what we do and who we work with and stuff like that. And obviously, you know, Marcus plays a lot of venues, plays a lot of corporate stuff and everything. I work with him. I work with this other guy too that you're getting ready to see. And if you've been tuning in, you've already seen him. But I hope you see a lot more of him soon. The incredible Brooks
Herring.
No artist showcase or a collection of original songs would be complete without at least one song about chasing after a girl, so we'll get that one out of the way. I sing to you, but you don't hear a word I say. And I reach out to you, but you don't feel me, no. My open heart is just another open door. You can walk right through me, but you don't dare explore, no. So go ahead, tug one more time. When can I call you mine? Go ahead, let me dream again. It's not a fantasy, something I made up in my mind. Well, first impression, leave holes in soft skin. What's going on behind your door, number 2? Won't you let me in? Take a walk in my shoes and laugh again. Take a look in my eyes. I don't tell you I love you for no reason. Go ahead, tug one more time. When can I call you mine? Go ahead, let me dream again. It's not a fantasy, something I made up in my mind. Go ahead, tug one more time. When can I call you mine? Go ahead, let me dream again. It's not a fantasy, something I made up, something I made up in my mind. Yeah. Thank you so much. Y'all stick around. Got plenty more coming.
Oh, I'm starting it. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, there we
You
go.
are. Yes, you
I
are.
just asked you if we wanted to start it. He goes, "No, you start it."
No, you
All right,
start
so
it.
we're here. Anyways, we'll keep
I like
that
hearing
in
you
too.
talk.
Yeah, I know you do, especially when I talk about food.
That is the truth.
I'm getting off topic here because the incredible Brooks Herring, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely fantastic. Just released his first single. He's got another single coming out soon. So he's officially a recording artist. We had a really great time. I say great, but it was
That process, I'd like to talk about that process
man.
with Brooks in the studio. I've worked with, you know, a handful of artists at this point, you know, producing. I've produced my own album, but I've produced other artists. And working with them in the studio, Brooks adapted so quickly.
Yeah.
He really did.
See, you went a different direction because I haven't been there with you guys in the studio or anything. I was thinking about the show that we put on over at Main Course.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
to
well,
pull
like
that
I said-
together. That was
well,
a whole different thing. Yeah.
I said year over year, there's drastic improvements in Brooks.
Absolutely.
See, I want to, you know, we've been kind of doing this in the show already, but, you know, I want to point out the growth.
Yeah.
And you know, it's not that they were bad before, it's that the continuous growth shows the perseverance in their craft, and it needs
Yeah.
to be recognized.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, Brooks doesn't play with a band. He played with a band this year, you know. And
He's been doing more stuff like that, been
yeah.
playing with
and duos and
sec-
stuff.
two-
Yeah, and it's
supporting
stepping
more
out.
players. Yeah, stepping
But
outside
what
of
I
it.
was getting to in the recording process, you know, watching him lay down his guitar, you know, and if you've never been in the studio and having to play a recording to a metronome, it can be daunting
Yeah.
for some people, and Brooks was on it. So the guitars you hear on that track, that's Brooks. It's not somebody else who played it for him.
Yeah.
And then, you know, his vocals, I mean, going in his vocal day, I was down in Orlando when he did that, and they sent it to me. And what he accomplished on his own was astounding.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's just great to, you know, see that and go through the process with him. So
and
you
that,
look out for the next track that's coming out in May.
well, in that regard too, like again, we have to give that shout out as well too, and that's not to say that all the people that we have involved are important. So like Corey Plow, man, like I mean,
say it
listen,
again,
He knows
yeah.
what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
I've worked with engineers in LA. I've worked
so
with
good.
engineers in Colorado, Utah, Nashville, New York, London at Abbey Roads, and here in Irmo, South Carolina, we have one of the best engineers that I've ever had the pleasure of working with.
Absolutely, man. Please check out Kaplow Studios. Like if you're really serious and you've got some stuff and you're ready to step up, that's somebody that I recommend reaching out to.
If you need a producer,
Yeah.
I can produce your stuff.
If you need somebody to go, I don't know. I was gonna go somewhere. with that, but I don't know.
Shameless plug.
Yeah.
not-
No. Hey, listen. That's
no.
all of that stuff ties into what we do here. So it's what we're trying to support. You know, the artists that we work with, but also all the artists around us. Because you know, like I've said before, many times when the water rises, all ships do too.
That's right.
You know, and
When one in the scene is successful, everybody's successful.
yeah,
and
absolutely.
that's the you know, the mantra we really do need to have within this scene. More synergy and moving forward together collectively. But speaking of incredible artists, coming up in this next clip is Mr. Tyler Watson.
check it out.
Yesterday don't mean a thing to me. I really messed things up back then, indeed. But I'd do it again if I had the scheme, without a doubt, and a whiskey mouth. Yesterday was so incomplete. Really tore me out when my heart should be. You know I'd lock it away if I had the key, without a doubt, and a whiskey mouth. Yesterday don't mean a thing to me. I really messed things up back then, indeed. But I'd do it again if I had the scheme, without a doubt, and a whiskey.
ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Watson. That is like the first quarter, man. That's a month down of On the Reel at this point. Like, we're only a month in. We've got so many more shows for you this season, so many other great artists. But in the spirit of that, we do want to showcase some of the artists that we've already had on in the past couple of seasons. Since this is the first episode of The Show Must Go Online, we want to kind of throw back to some of the other folks that we've had in here and on this show. So we're going to give you a little compilation of
just some short
some of
clips.
our favorite clips and artists and
if you want to
songs
see
from
the
those
full
shows.
versions of those songs,
Yeah.
you can find them on the so it'd be like short 1-minute clips, and you can go find those full versions on our YouTube page. Just go and we'll have their name, so go look at those songs. But check these out.
Song's called Got to Give It Up. Took the place of my father, should love me if I was a star. Just to me was a radio in the back of a beat-up car. Now I got to give it up. Hey, it's time to move on. Got to give it up. Hey, it's time to move on. Yeah. All dreamers come this way. Yeah. I gotta give it up. Too stubborn to stop. I sail on the rough seas, no silent land. Just to see a broken glass. My purpose was folly, windmills and platinum beat, washing stones and blood, Lord. But just one hit, I gotta give it up. Say it's time to move on.
Day about those mean things that made me wanna cry. Day about those pictures that I pretend to lie. Day back that nickname, the one you gave that I hate. Give me back a little slice of pride, I'm right. But long-legged leader was a friend of mine, and two hearts beating, lovers intertwined. Well, now she's weeping and crying as I leave her, taking back what I thought was mine. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Hard times, falling on hard times, leaves a man with a worried mind, falling on hard times. Dark days, we're heading into dark days. All these shadows make me lose my way, heading for dark days. Tuck me in the covers and sing me a song, wake me like a lover at the break of dawn. I've done things that I regret, help me forget, help me forget. Tell me when it's over and I'll open my eyes. Tell me when it's safe to go back outside. Pour me up another, I ain't done yet. Help me forget, help me forget.
Oh, my love, don't take my comfort in you. pockets filled with endless stores of gold. But when you swim against the river, your anxious body starts to quiver. You'll sink, you'll swim, but surely lose control.
Ooh, yay! And the crowd goes wild in TV land. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, incredible artists all the way around. A lot more incredible artists coming up. Also, again, I think we talked about this already this evening, but let's bring it back into here. It's about all the ships growing together. So please, we absolutely recommend you to check out all the other shows that are happening like this one in and around the Columbia area.
Yeah, shout out to
Seven Sunday. ColaJazz. We have to give a shout out to them because like we're working in the same space as them. You know, you've probably seen my name up on some of the video stuff for them as well. At the Addation is doing some really cool things, and there's some up and coming ones too. I love to give a shout out to Soda City Jams for trying to put something different together and kind of showcase from a different perspective and sit down with the artists and do those interviews. You know, we encourage anybody and everybody that wants to do something like that, get up there, do it. Ask us questions. Feel free to reach out to us. You know, we run around a lot. We work with a lot of different artists and everything like that. But if you're like curious about things and you want to get to know like, well, how did you guys do this or where did that come from? You can obviously go back and check out some of the previous episodes where we've talked about it.
That's right.
But also feel free to reach out to us. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, all of those things. We're going to start trying to put more content that shows behind the scenes stuff as well as artists and people that are part of the scene beyond just the performers themselves. So please make sure you guys like and subscribe. Everything is pretty simple across the board now at On The Marc Studio, whether you're looking at YouTube, whether you're looking at Facebook, whether you're looking at Patreon. Don't forget to subscribe to that as well if you want to help show some support there and help support all the folks that we've had behind the scenes. We'd like to do some stuff for them because, again, everybody that's here behind the scenes, they're not getting paid to do these things. So, like, the folks that we have when we come in and do these shows and run these cameras, like, we're all working to help grow this scene together. So please subscribe. Please show your support any way you can. Come out and see shows, man. Go check out Marcus. Go check out Brooks. If you see Tyler playing somewhere, go see him. Shelby, Reggie, all of the folks that you guys have seen in the last hour, please go check them out. Find their pages, like, subscribe. Shout out to our sponsors, Celestial Viking. Hey, that's me.
Hey.
Coburn's Exclusive out of Nashville, Tennessee as well. Thank you guys so much. And again, Marcus, for all that you do too, man, like that's a big side of this. Like it's in the name, so it's kind of a given, but like Marcus, you're one of the main reasons we're able to do this production is because of the money and the time that you've put into this. And I know all the artists and everybody that we've had on here have appreciated it and have just really enjoyed it, and it's just something so different than they would normally be able to get to do here in Columbia.
You know, we need more of it, and we need to continue to push forward, and we're gonna keep doing that. I'm really excited about kind of a spin-off show that we're gonna be doing. I'm not gonna give it all away right now, but it's gonna be more fully produced, just songs, single songs, but in more of a studio setting. Like in a studio, meaning not a video studio, but an audio studio. So probably at Kaplow Studios, and doing more high definition recording.
Listen, we've talked about a lot of different things, and again, if you guys have any ideas or thoughts or anything like that, like we've talked about from the very beginning, I'd love to do like a little compilation album at the end of these of some of the songs from the artists that we've had on here. I'd love to team up with some different folks too. I've already said that. We've already kind of talked to some other folks, not giving anything away, about kind of partnering up with them to kind of get this audio, to get the video and stuff in other places. So again, and you can do that right now by hitting that subscribe button and sharing this video.
Share that video. Just do it. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Marcus Gullen.
And I'm Marcus. Wait, I'm Greg Sword. Hey, no.
I'm Greg. This Marcus.
No, anyways, yeah, you know who we are. You've seen here. If you're here and watching this right now, you've seen us on here before. I'm Greg. That's Marcus. Have a great night. Thank you to Uncle Fester's.
Yes.
Thank you to the Warehouse. Thank you to everybody tuning in and watching and liking and subscribing. And we'll see you next week with Mr. Lang Owen.